Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to do straight line depreciation. So the question is, on July 1st, 2014, the Kal-El Corporation has purchased a computer system for $50,000. The accounting department says that there will be 8 years of useful life on the asset, and the asset will be worth $1,000 at the end of its useful life. The Kal-El Corporation's fiscal year end, January 31st, uses this date to produce a quarterly depreciation schedule. So we're here to find we're here to find the straight line, and I'm going to do the journal entry for the straight line for the first 2 quarters. Okay, so there's some information here. First, the assets cost is $50,000. The assets useful life is 8 years, and the asset salvage value is $1,000 at the end of that 8-year period. Now, they purchase the asset on July 1st. Their fiscal year is January 31st. So that means that how their year works, if you were to break their year up quarterly, right, you would have January 31st, right? Then you would have April 31st. Then you would have July 31st. I made a mistake, and then you'd have October 31st, right? Now, here's the issue. They purchased the item on July 1st. So there's a partial quarter here. So what we'll do is we'll calculate a regular quarter, but for the first quarter we're only going to take 1/3 of what that is, because they only had it for 1 month out of that 3-month quarter. So hopefully everybody understands that. So in finding the depreciable value, we need to take the cost, which is $50,000, minus the salvage value, which is $1,000, divided by the useful life, which is 8 years. Now, wait a minute. That's 8 years, but this company is on quarters. So reality is we need to take those 8 years and multiply it by 4 quarters, and we'll get 32. Now, that depreciable value needs to be divided by 32 quarters, because that's what the company is looking for, the depreciable value in quarters. So, as we know, if we see at the top, 50,000 minus 1,000, that will be 49,000. 49,000 divided by the 32 would give you $1,531.25. So, on a regular, as we go back, we understand that, hey, they purchased this asset on July 1st. So they have 1 month invest in this. So that goes back to our what? 1/3 of the 1,531. So therefore, if we were to take in a regular quarter, the journal entry would be for the company's depreciation expense to be $1,531.25. And we would credit their company's accumulated depreciation the same amount. However, what happened at the end of their first quarter? The end of their first quarter was July 31st. And as we see, the $1,531.25 and multiply that by 1/3, we would get $510.42. So therefore, on July 31st, their journal entry would be depreciation expense $510.42 and accumulated depreciation credit of $510.42. And then thereafter, all of the rest of their entries, so starting in the third quarter or their October 31st transaction, they would have depreciation expense debit of $1,531 and accumulated depreciation credit of $1,531.25. Now they would do this until their final quarter of this asset. So in their 8th year, now we are at this would be July 31st of 2022, 8 years from 2014. They would debit their depreciation expense not the $1,531.25, but they would debit it $1,020.83, and they would credit their accumulated depreciation the same amount. And this is due to the fact that they purchased the product on 7/1/2012, and with an 8-year useful life, that life would end on 7/1/2022. On 7/1/2022, that quarter would have been two-thirds complete, because their third quarter begins April 31st of 2022. So you got April, May. So you have April 31st, May 31st, or I'm sorry, April 30th, May 31st, right? So May 31st, this would be 1 month. And then from May 31st to June 30th, this would be your second month. And so their useful life ends on June 30th, because on July 1st, they're at their eight-year anniversary. So there's 2 months of depreciation that has to be accounted for at the end of the third quarter, which is July 31st, 2022. So therefore, that journal entry will be debit depreciation expense $1,020.83, and credit accumulated depreciation $1,020.83. I hope this helps. Have a great day.